After defeating Invincible and the other members of the Guardians of the Globe, he was so disappointed because none of them were worthy opponents. Since they were so weak, they weren't even worth killing, so he spared their lives and then teleported back to his spaceship using a portal. When he arrived at the ship, he immediately started complaining, saying that the Tales of Earth were a bunch of lies because there was no challenge to be found. He couldn't even test his might because he hadn't encountered a single being worthy of his powers. The craziest thing was that he was talking alone because he had killed everyone piloting the ship. Then he said to the corpses that he would kill them again in a more savage manner if it were possible. Suddenly, the ship's artificial intelligence started talking to him, which caught Battle Beast by surprise. He immediately reacted and asked, "Who is speaking? And who dares approach Battle Beast unannounced?" The artificial intelligence explained everything to Battle Beast and told him that it had been instructed to stay silent by the dead pilots, which was why Battle Beast wasn't aware of its existence. However, since they were dead, the artificial intelligence didn't see any point in remaining silent. Battle Beast didn't like the ship's artificial intelligence's voice, so he immediately told it to shut up, or else he would tear the ship apart piece by piece until he destroyed whatever housed the artificial intelligence's consciousness. The artificial intelligence obeyed and stayed silent for weeks. Then, one day, while Battle Beast was devouring the corpses of pilots he had killed on the ship, the artificial intelligence communicated with him in a new voice that it thought Battle Beast might tolerate, and asked him if he liked the new voice. He liked the new voice, so he allowed the artificial intelligence to speak with him. They started talking, and Battle Beast opened up to the artificial intelligence, telling it his origins. After learning of his origins, the artificial intelligence learned more about Battle Beast and decided to help him find a worthy opponent to test his strength against, giving him location of planets that held beings worthy to face Battle Beast. After arriving at his destination, he walked some distance. Then he encountered a being whose entire body was encased inside a pillar-like object. Only its head was free. As Battle Beast approached that being, the creature pretended to be dead, but Battle Beast knew something was off. He used his nose to sniff the creature's head and detected that it was alive. Then he said, "You can't fool me, creature. I know you're alive." The creature started praising Battle Beast, saying he wasn't only powerful, but also smart. It kept talking while Battle Beast listened. It began by apologizing and explained that having been sealed for ages, playing dead was its only means of defense. The creature said that it could tell Battle Beast was incredibly strong, so it begged him to free it so that it could spend the rest of its remaining life not in confinement. Battle Beast clenched his fist and punched the structure holding the creature, shattering it into two and freeing the creature from the seal. The moment the creature got free, it started laughing and said, "You fool! I am Colossus Emsu. I'm a tyrant who conquered empires. I was the terror of the known universe. To free me, you weak-minded cretin, means death." A huge, terrifying creature spoke those words while standing in front of Battle Beast. Without wasting any time, Battle Beast immediately jumped on top of the creature and told him that he hadn't freed him because he was tricked. He did it because he knew about the tyrant and his strength. So, he asked the tyrant to give it his all in this battle. Then, he attacked the creature by head-butting its jaw, breaking all of its teeth. The tyrant wasn't fazed at all, even though he had lost his teeth. He simply looked down at Battle Beast, who had injured himself during the headbutt. "Funny," the tyrant remarked. "You clearly don't know everything about me." he started laughing maniacally and exclaimed, "The first devastating blow you received was from yourself. Do you still want all my power?" As he spoke, he regenerated all the teeth he had lost. Even though he was bleeding, Battle Beast replied, "Yes," and told the tyrant to use all of his strength. The tyrant didn't waste any time. He immediately attacked Battle Beast, who was lying on the ground, and tried to stab him. But Battle Beast quickly dodged that attack, drew his blade, and cut off the tyrant's hand with a single swing. That creature immediately regenerated its hand, making it stronger than before, then clashed again with Battle Beast. The tyrant managed to grab Battle Beast's blade and break it before putting him in a chokehold. Battle Beast realized that he couldn't free himself with brute strength, so he decided to use his fangs and bit his opponent's arm, causing the tyrant to scream in agony and beg him to stop. But Battle Beast didn't stop until he ripped off the entire arm. After losing an arm, the tyrant admitted that it would take longer for him to regenerate it, so they resumed fighting. Battle Beast used this opportunity to launch himself off the ground and landed a double kick. He then used the severed arm to slash one of the tyrant's eyes. Despite all the attacks Battle Beast landed, they didn't do any lasting damage to the tyrant, so Battle Beast was in trouble. That creature immediately grabbed him by the neck and started strangling him. Battle Beast used the arm he had severed from the creature to cut the tyrant in two and defeat him. He looked at the tyrant and said, "All the legends he heard about him were wrong. He is not a worthy opponent."